that is the pre-op assessment done. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was super nervous. I wonder if that means I'm going to be even more nervous tomorrow, probably. So what I found out in there is, because it'd be my first time with anesthetic, it's likely I'm going to be kept overnight. But it's possible that I could be sent home. It's a precaution, I guess. They want to just check that I'm fine. If the surgeon thinks that I'm all good to go, then I will be. Thank God. So hope, fingers crossed, I get to go home tomorrow and I'm not spending the night up here. I do have to ring. I asked the doctor about this when I was in with him, and he said I didn't have to worry about like removing them. But the doctor that did the pre-assessment said it, and I kind of said back to her, I said, like, well, I've already asked him, and he says that it's fine, that I don't need to remove them. So now I have to, when I get up here, I'm gonna give the secretary a call and just see if I can get a straight answer, because if it has to be done, it has to be done. And I'll need to have things in place for that when I go home. I had to answer a lot of questions about like my medical history, which there isn't a whole pile to say. Then they did a swab test for some, I think, MRSA, so nose and groin. And then I had an ECG. I don't think they do ECGs all the time, and they did my blood pressure. They did ECG because they did mention something about having one before, and there was a skip. But at the time, it was an age-related thing. Apparently, it was normal then. So then I was given a body wash that I have to use tonight and again in the morning. This is to like remove or to lower the amount of bacteria on my skin, so that it kind of reduces the chance of infection after the operation, the infection on the skin. And I was given a cup that I had to pee into. Obviously, so the whole thing is just in general a thing of making sure you're in shape for having surgery. So I just placed an order for Starbucks, so I'm gonna have that. This will likely be my last Starbucks for a while. I'm gonna stop talking now because there's someone in the car beside me. Oh, and that was the quickest phone call ever. She immediately said, no, you don't need to worry about that, there's ways around it. I was like, okay, great. That saves me a hell of a lot of time tonight. There's no one in there, and it looks like the drive-through is particularly quiet today. I suppose, what time is it? It's just after 10. I wasn't in the hospital as long as I thought I was going to be. They probably told me to allow an hour just in case. Now, am I going? No, I'm gonna go behind these. I'm gonna do the back road version. I'm tired now. I slept on Sunday, right? So I was exhausted on Sunday. I was like a zombie, and what I was trying to do was stay up until it was close enough to my like normal bedtime, so that I I stupidly decided I wasn't going to have an alarm yesterday morning, for yesterday morning. And this was a big mistake because of how long I went without sleep, which was almost 30 hours. I slept clear from probably about a little after 10 p.m. to a 11:15 yesterday. And as a result, I didn't get to sleep until 3 o'clock this morning. And I had to be up at 6. Deadly. So I am going to go home now. I'm going to go to Tesco, get a few bits that I need, and go home, get everything ready, have a shower, wash my hair, use that body wash thing for the first time, and basically just rest then. I don't want to speak too loudly because I have a neighbor, so hopefully you can hear me. It's the next day. I'm still corded up, but I would imagine it's been removed today. It was a rough night, mostly because of that. But and then I had that lap of pain in my shoulder that I would get comfortable and I would fall asleep with the aid of like white noise, and it would hurt again, and it would wake me up, and I would have to like move around and stuff. I can't wait to go home, but I'm so happy it's done. So happy it's done. I'm sore. There's 4 incisions in my abdomen, one in the belly button, one just underneath my boobs, and 2 at the side. My stomach feels tender, and let me see, I think I was intubated. I'm pretty sure I was, because when I came to yesterday, I had an extremely raw throat, which is only just really gone away this morning. Really hoping you can hear. I'll stop and check. So you could hear me. Great. I had, so for those who haven't been through before and are nervous, the same way I was, I came in yesterday, I was admitted, I had one more blood test. I then went down to the day unit where they got me ready and into the gown thing, the surgical, the socks and stuff, swabbed, all sorts of that. Then I was brought down to the holding bay, which is what they call like the area before you go in to the theatre, and I met with the surgeon again and with the anesthesiologist. You know what I mean? It was then that I was put dramatically more at ease. Don't get me wrong, they've been lovely here, but was brought in and I was boarded up and I was given the cocktail of anesthetic. I think I got antibiotics as well, and a sleeping, like something to sedate me. And when I tell you that that's the last thing I remember before waking up in the recovery room, I'm not joking. So rest assured, if you are going for something like this, or you're nervous and it's your first time, you will be fine. You will be. Recovery will be a different story for everybody, but that's why I'm going to do the videos, hopefully. I'm just excited to get home and get some proper rest. It's very warm, very warm. So it is Saturday. We are 3 days post surgery, and I just thought I'd drop in and kind of let you know how I've been feeling, that kind of thing. So on Thursday, when I finally got out of the hospital and got home, I had some lunch at home, and it was very, very quick when I was like, I gotta go to bed. But then, I mean, I had only had like a couple of hours here or there of sleep the night before. I was very broken. I found that lap pain particularly problematic when I got home. And I also, any kind of movement from the belly, be it a laugh, a yawn, or a cough, to basically just feel very like tight and that the situation was gonna like burst or something. It wasn't, but that's just kind of how it was feeling. Now it still feels like that, but it's very much localized. I don't have too much of the shoulder pain. Yesterday it was kind of gone, and then when I was going to sleep, that's when I kind of kicked back in again, of course. But I've gotten 2 solid nights of sleep now, so Thursday night, Friday night. I'm getting ready to wind down now. It's just, let's see, what time is it? Yeah, it's 9:20, and I'm going to switch off for the night. I'm going to read for a bit. But today I had a couple of TV's changing, sorry. I had a couple of instances where I was feeling I had like a flash of dizziness. But other than that, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling the after effects of something so major that I've never had before. So I'm tired. I find myself getting tired really quickly. Pictures changing again. I get tired really quickly, and I'm kind of floating between laying in bed and sort of being downstairs, things like that. Just because I want to have a little bit of movement and a little bit of a change of scenery from up here. But that's how things are rolling on this day 3. If I notice anything different over the next coming days, I'll obviously jump back in and let you know too. And I'm gonna stop recording now because the TV is changing too quickly. But yeah, cause I'm tired as well, so I'm gonna go to sleep. So good night for tonight. Hello. On Tuesday is day 6 post surgery. Yesterday I finished the anti-inflammatories I was given, and this morning I am very aware of the incisions. That might just be a me thing. But they were about 12, and I'm still in PJs, and I'm getting a little bit crazy. So what I think I want to do is I'm going to finish my coffee. Also, I want to show you my cute mug that I got in Disney. You can't really see it there. But there is a sketch of the castle on one side, and then it says Walt Disney World at the top, and then it has the Disney World logo on the back with a gold handle. Yeah, so I'm going to finish that, and I think I'm just going to go out and see if I can get a little bit of a walk, just go around to the shops. We have like a local convenience shop around the corner, Spar. If you're Irish or European, even for that matter. We have that around there. I'm hoping to get in. I have made an appointment to get my nails done on Friday, so I'm hoping that everything's going to be okay by then. If not, they'll understand. They'll push me to maybe Tuesday next week. So hopefully that's all good there. But yeah, other than that, like, I'm feeling a little bit washed out. Today has been probably the first day, and it's likely, I don't know if it's in my head or not, but I think it's likely to do with the fact that I finished the anti-inflammatories yesterday. I mean, maybe I might look into it to see if I can take ibuprofen, because they're anti-inflammatories, instead of paracetamol, but I'll take paracetamol now anyway, and then I'll get washed up and I'll go for a little walk, see how I go. I won't venture too far in case I do need to come back, but yeah. So I've literally been sat here all morning watching Selling the OC. I didn't get into it previously. I watched Selling Sunset. I loved Selling Sunset, but Selling the OC is also very, very good, I must say. That's it for now. Hello. I've just come out from my NCT, which is the National Car Test. We are healthy and good for another year. But what I wanted to vlog today for was, I haven't done an update since I think 2 weeks after my surgery, and as of Wednesday, today's Friday, as of Wednesday I've 5 weeks over my surgery. A couple of things I wanted to hit on. Obviously there are certain things that I can't do until after 6 weeks. As you can tell, I am driving. I was driving after 4. I am just getting back to normal. I still have some fear around foods and that, which is entirely normal because the pain I was under was excruciating. Which actually, that's something that came in this week, was the pathology report, or at least the results of it. I didn't see the report, that's for a doctor to decipher. But yeah, we found out that secondary to the gallstones, I had chronic inflammation, and it was a long-term thing. So that was part of the reason why I was in the kind of pain that I was in. So it was important to have gotten It was important to have gotten the gallbladder removed. I don't think there was any other way around that. So I was done much quicker with the NCT than I thought I was going to. I was in there like 5 minutes, and I was already early by like half an hour, and I was only in got it in, checked in, then went upstairs, used the toilet because I'm me, and then sat down, wrote this list, and then looked up, and my car was already on the last test, and then I was just another 10 minutes and I was done. So yeah, we're 5 weeks post-op. We're still early days, and I'm still giving myself, I'm not saying that I'm fully recovered, because I'm not, but I want to give myself even more time. Like, I am saying 6 weeks, which will be next Wednesday, and but I want to make sure that I'm allowing the kind of time that I need for me and my thyroid. So that's what we're doing. In terms of the incisions, there's one just underneath where the band of your brow would sit. That one is still very much, it's raised, it's red, it's angry looking, but it's completely closed up. So it is just scarring. The one in my belly button I think is completely gone, but it's like, it's so in my belly button you're not even going to see, you don't see it at all. And then there are two other ones which were much smaller. They were like little X's. They're just tiny little, like, darkened skin, which are they're almost completely gone. So there's that. Phantom pains. I have had some weird pains that was like the beginning of a gallbladder attack, which of course you're like, how do you have one of them when you don't have a gallbladder anymore? I think this was my system recalibrating. I fully believe that. But I haven't had one now in 2 weeks. But I am having digestive issues, which makes sense because, are my sunglasses crooked? I don't like seeing my eyebrows. It makes sense that I'm having digestive issues because without the gallbladder, my digestion is completely gone. So there's my digestion isn't gone. It's changed now. Fundamentally, it has changed, which is why I'm having to relearn my system, which is going to take time. I'm driving again, which I already spoke about. I can't lift anything for so when you have surgery like this, at least the keyhole surgery or the laparoscopic surgery, it is 6 weeks. Obviously you can lift things, like you can, if you drop, like, I don't know, the newspaper or a remote control or something on the floor, you can bend over and pick it up, but you can't pick up anything that could potentially be, you need to strain to do that. So if you are a weightlifter, after that there's a 6 week wait, so you definitely wouldn't be able to do that. Up until now I've been eating relatively plainly. I've been sort of dipping my toes in more, like, more spicy stuff, more flavorful stuff, but overall I've been sticking to very plain food. So I'm going to be starting looking at the Mediterranean diet in a much bigger way. So probably from this weekend, piece together some meals and we start putting a foundation together for that, and I'll go over that once I get more into it more. In terms of fear of food, I have been having some fear in that regard, which is only natural given the length of time that I was having gallbladder attacks and issues with the gallbladder. It makes sense that I'm having that kind of, I've had that kind of reaction, that I'm a little bit mindful of the things that you know, the things that caused problems before. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't even be doing this now because I've literally had a week of a whole week of just a headache. So my brain isn't fully working. And I keep saying but it's only normal that I'm looking at foods that caused problems before and being really cautious about them now, because, like, I still remember what that pain was. So, and it's almost as if, like, my brain can't fully separate the fact that that danger is gone, especially since I had some of those phantom pains. I'm still a little bit careful about them. In terms of my digestion having changed, I'm noticing that I'm getting trapped wind pains from new foods, and I don't know what's causing them just yet. Like last night I had trapped wind for, which I know TMI, but it's painful, and it's something I need to talk about because it comes from indigestion, and that's changed because no gallbladder now. So I had one last night and it lasted for a couple of hours. And the only thing that I do for that is I take the Buscopan and I start sipping on water, and I'll have a peppermint tea.